This video is a tutorial for the preparation of an all-ceramic crown for a maxillary center incisor. The tooth will be prepared in the following steps. The facial aspect of the tooth is to be prepared in two planes, gingival 1/3 and incisor 2/3. This provides for adequate thickness of the restoration for structural durability, as well as adequate thickness of remaining dentine for pulp protection. The instrument used here is the flat and tapered diamond. The first step in preparing the facial surface is by making depth orientation grooves on the gingival and incisal aspects. The depth orientation grooves provide a reference to determine where reduction is sufficient. Two grooves are placed parallel to the incisor 2/3 at a depth of approximately 2 mm. Care must be taken to apply intermittent strokes rather than pressing continuously and burning the tooth. The diamond is then oriented parallel to the gingival 1/3, and three grooves are placed to a depth of 1.2 to 1.4 mm. The tip of the diamond is kept slightly away from the gingival margin and shall be adjusted at a later stage. Here we shall use the flat and tapered diamond. Position the diamond parallel to the uncut incisal edge and not perpendicular to the long axis of the tooth. Make at least two facial-lingual incisor depth orientation grooves, which are 2 mm deep. The instrument used here is the flat and tapered diamond. The diamond is held with the same orientation as when making the grooves. The height of the incisor edge is then reduced by approximately 2 mm. Care should be taken to ensure a uniform reduction in the height of the incisor edge. Here we shall use the flat and tapered diamond. While preparing the gingival 1/3 aspect, the diamond should be angulated along the long axis of the tooth, which will be the path of insertion. The facial reduction is done in two planes, following the orientation of the previously placed grooves. The finished lines form simultaneously as the diamond runs mesiodistally along the contour of the tooth. The incisor plane is reduced with the diamond slightly angulated along the middle and incisor thirds of the labial aspect of the tooth. The instrument used here is the flat and tapered diamond. The cingulum reduction is begun with depth orientation grooves that are placed along the long axis of the tooth. Three such grooves can be placed to guide the reduction. Planar reduction is done by removing the tooth structure between the grooves, while forming the finish line at the same time. This prepared wall should be parallel to the long axis of the tooth. For this surface, we shall use a bowl-shaped diamond and an American football diamond. Using a bowl-shaped diamond, 3 depth orientation marks are made. The instrument is held along the long axis of the tooth, and it should be sunk into the lingual surface up to its shank. The planar reduction of the lingual fossa is then carried out using an American football diamond. An alternative to using the American football diamond is the round edge wheel diamond. For this step, we shall use the needle diamond and the flat and tapered diamond. The contact areas are broken using a long needle diamond by working in a sewing motion, leaving a small uncut wall against the adjacent teeth. This is done to minimize the risk of damaging the adjacent teeth. After the contacts are broken, the flat and tapered diamond is used to merge the facial and lingual finish lines, simultaneously forming the proximal axial walls. Care must be taken to avoid nicking the adjacent teeth while preparing this surface. The diamond is used to take the finish line to an equigingival level. This is done by making a small nick on the facial aspect of the exposed finish line, and then working the diamond along the mesial and distal contours. Pushing the tip of the diamond in an apical direction against the finish line will lead to the formation of a lip, which is undesirable. In case a subgingival finish line is required, retraction of the free gingiva is carried out to avoid accidental injury to it. Finishing is done using a number 171 burr. All aspects of the preparation are to be made smooth. Any sharp line angles will act as a potential stress concentration point and can result in fracturing of the restoration. An alternative to using the number 171 burr is the fine grit flat and tapered diamond. Here we see various aspects of the prepared tooth along with their associated principles of tooth preparation. When viewing the preparation from the facial aspect, the following features should be assessed. The appearance of the preparation from the incisal aspect can be best described as a circle within a circle. When viewing the preparation from the proximal aspect, the following features should be present.